like to welcome y'all back to my channel. Today's video is going to consist of me cutting or trimming my hair. I'm not sure what I'm going to do as far as that goes. As you can see, my hair is straightened because I really like to cut my own hair while it's like, I can see and make sure it's even. But my main goal is to get rid of my colored ends. As you can see, it doesn't look like that much, but for me to cut it and wear it curly, I know it would shrink up a whole lot, so I don't know. Yeah, if I want to cut all the color out, it's just like maybe like this much. But I just go ahead and show you the length of my hair now so we can jump right into this video. As you can see, I have hair is almost like tailbone length. It's not quite there, but a few inches off. But it's getting a big trim today anyway. I have a lot of split ends, but I didn't want to really trim my hair until I was gonna cut my hair. I just thought all that made sense, but then now I kind of feel crazy because I'm walking around with like split ends, but whatever. So yeah, stay tuned for the cut or the trim or whichever I decide. So I'm gonna start by parting my hair into two sections in the front and one big section in the back. And I do this because my hair is cut in layers and it can't all be trimmed the same, because then the top won't get trimmed and the bottom will. And so I just brush my hair out to make sure it's smooth. And this is where I'm parting my hair, top from back, and then the front in two sections. And I just bantu knot it to keep it out the way. Right here, I'm just brushing my hair all out, making sure that it's smooth. And I get my scrunchie and I put it in a low ponytail. And then I noticed that my hair was still different lengths. So I parted it into another section and had a middle section. I just smoothed that out and bantu knotted that as well to keep it out of the way. Then I just brush my hair out again because I like for everything to be straight and even. And then I put my hair in a low ponytail, as low as it can go. And I make sure it's as tight as it can be so it doesn't move. And then I apply a second scrunchie a few inches down from the first one. and I tighten that as tight as it can go. Then I just slide it down towards the end to where I want to cut. And I'm just redoing it because my ponytail wasn't that smooth right there. And you want to make sure everything's even so the cut comes out as even as possible. And like I said, I just slide the scrunchie down to the part that I want to cut. And I check myself with the mirror. And then I get my scissors and I cut below the scrunchie because I don't want to cut too much off. Because like they say, you can always cut more, but you can't add more. And I'm just showing you how thin the bottom is versus how thick the top was. And I'm just tidying up my ends. As you can see, the cut didn't come out completely straight like I planned it to. Then I remove the scrunchie. I'm going to check myself to see how even it is and if I like it. I remove it to like check it even. Get a legit visual of what it looks like. I noticed that I still had a lot of color. So I put it back in the ponytail and I proceeded to cut more, as you're finna see. This time I don't cut as much as I did the first time. And of course I check myself in the mirror. Like I said, I don't cut as much as I did the first time. And I just cut below the scrunchie once again. I'm just showing you how much I cut off. And I brush it out. Check myself. Apparently, that wasn't enough. So I'm just gonna get my scissors. I'm not gonna like cut off a lot. I'm just gonna trim it up to make sure it's even. Just cut off bits and pieces to make sure it's completely even. It's really kind of hard to get that ponytail straight, as you can see. Each time I take it off, like twice. Well, I take it off and then put it back on again. And this part I think is kind of out of the camera and you can't really see what I'm doing, but like I said, I'm just trimming off the little hairs that is out of order and making sure the cut is as even as possible. And as you can see, I did a good job. I like what I see. So now I'm gonna take down, well, I tie this section back so I don't get those too confused considering they're different lengths. So I'm gonna make sure I cut every piece of hair I can. And I'm just gonna brush this section out and put a scrunchie on it, the same as last time, as low in the ponytail as possible. And as you can see, I did not cut off all my color because I just did not have the strength. So, and it was looking pretty healthy with the amount I cut off, which is about like 4.5 inches, maybe a little more. I don't know. But I know on my second mini chop, I intend on cutting off the rest of my color, which will probably be in about 6 months. So now I'm just checking myself right here, making sure that everything's lined up and even. I'm going to slide the scrunchie down a bit more because as you can see, that looks like a little too much to cut off for me personally. And that's looking about right enough for me. And when I did this section, I only did it once. I didn't have to go back and cut off more because my first section was kind of a guide for this one, considering it was shorter anyway. So I'm just checking in, making sure everything's even and neat. Then I'm taking down the front sections and I brush them out to remove all tangles and everything. Then I'm just gonna put them back in, like put them in ponytails to like, cause I'm gonna check my back and make sure everything's all lined up, which I forgot to do before I took those sections down. Just a view of what it all looks like once they're both of the sections are out of the ponytail and my cut is very on point and even. And then I just get the front. To be honest, I did not know how to cut the front at first, but then I realized that I should have put it in a ponytail on top of my head and cut it, but I didn't think about that until after I cut it. And I really didn't care too much about the bluntness of the front because I'm not going to straighten again probably until I decide to cut it again, which will be in about another 6 months or more. So wearing it curly, you won't be able to really see the bluntness. And it all kind of falls together. But if you don't, if you want to try this and you don't like the bluntness, then you can always like soften it up by, holding your scissors up towards your hair and just snipping off some, or get hair softening scissors, thinning scissors, and use it. But on this side, I cut at an angle, which I actually liked more than what I did the blunt cut on the other side. And I'm just showing you how much I cut off, which is, like I said, 4.5 or more inches. And I'm just making sure everything's lined up. I'm brushing everything out to check it, the evenness and the evenness. Is that even a word? Anyway, I slowed it down right here because I noticed that I really didn't get a good view of what my hair really looks like after being cut. But you can still kind of see it right here. Everything's even. It's kind of hard to tell because my ends are so frizzy, but in person, everything is really even and neat. And I went from almost tailbone length to bra strap length, or a little under bra strap, not sure. That's not a lot to cut off, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.